everybody! Today, I'm going to carry out a mindful activity, brush lettering. Brush lettering is a popular option for creative projects like decorating your greeting cards, adding personality to your journal page, as well as customizing the text that pops up in your home space or workplace. If you're suddenly inspired to do brush lettering on your gifts or decoration for an upcoming festival, do you necessarily need a crash course on brush lettering? Recently, I have grabbed a brush pen from Muji while shopping. Today, follow me as I try brush lettering and even Chinese calligraphy using this pen. From the Muji outlet I visited, every brush pen is open for shoppers to try on the testing sheets. Hence, before purchasing, I have tried it out and observed some strokes it created. This brush pen, including its cap, is 13.5 cm long, easy to store in most stationery pouches or pen holders. From my observation, the cap repels the ink very well, so it may not be messy when you cap and uncap. I hope I won't create a mess when I'm testing it later. By the way, the tip is not a felt tip, but a fiber brush tip. This cap can attach securely to the other end of the pen, so you won't lose it when you are writing. When not in use, I'd better cap it to prevent the ink from drying. I have to cap it very carefully to protect its fiber brush tip, preventing it from splitting. So, let's see how this brush pen performs. Will the strokes feather or smear? Will it bleed through the page? Let's put it to the test. The series of tests will be done on various types of paper ranging from 70 GSM to 200 GSM. There is a plain paper attached below to catch any potential seepage. Personally, writing an upstroke is more challenging than writing a downstroke because I have to be lifting my wrist while writing a thin and straight stroke. Besides, as a right-hander, if the stroke points towards my left-hand side, it will look more unstable than the rest. From the curves I tried to create, this brush tip feels like a versatile one to create smooth curves. At least for a beginner, I don't foresee the significant difference in effect of my writing between using traditional brush and ink and using a brush pen like this. Brush pen may be an alternative which is easier to carry, store, and maintain. Here's a cutout from a warm-up practice carried out previously. It shows differences in intensity and texture between written and printed text. As compared to printing out the text with a font that resembles brush lettering or calligraphy, minute feathering that only appears on written text offers the words with more warmth of hands. Since it can write on some fancy paper and card, let me try doodling on red packets and greeting cards. It writes smoothly on the rough surface as well as the glossy surface of the greeting cards. The ink dried almost instantly on this greeting card. What about the glossy surface? It probably will take longer to dry. On this greeting card, it writes smoothly as well on the rough surface as well as the glossy surface. As for the red packets, the ink didn't show up well on the red one, but the ink showed up very well on the golden one. On both red packets, the ink dried almost instantly. I am very excited about using this brush pen to write other greetings that you shall see later. As we can see, the paper samples we have prepared from 70 GSM to 200 GSMs actually are able to withstand the ink. But is there any bleed through and seepage? Let's take a look. Printed some words with a couple of brush lettering fonts commonly available on computer. To use them as a guide, I have removed the text fill and chosen a light color for the text outline. To give my letters a better shape, I have also prepared them on grids so that I have a better idea where to start and end each stroke. Now, let's get started! At first, I dared not exert too much pressure on the paper as I worried that it could damage the tip or cause it to split. So there were some downstrokes you see me filling up the void to make up the thickness. After I became more used to the brush tip, I had more courage to press the tip harder, creating a thick stroke in one shot. When I made my upstrokes, I felt weak, arching my wrist to ensure the brush tip touched the page lightly throughout. How some alphabets are written is different from the usual way I write them, so they appear the most unnatural ones to me. Other than that, I am satisfied with my first attempt. My favorite alphabet is the lowercase f. It looks very elegant and is fun to write. However, the brush tip is not as flexible as I thought. It often ran into a bigger curve than I initially wanted. Thanks to this user-friendly brush pen, or at least a newbie-friendly one, my English brush lettering practice gave me confidence to embark on Chinese calligraphy. Today, You shall see whether a brush pen beginner can use a brush pen to write Chinese calligraphy and whether the outcome is satisfactory to you. I have printed some greetings with different Chinese fonts commonly available on computer. Now, let's get started! Personally, this brush tip created more beautiful strokes in Chinese calligraphy compared to those in English brush lettering. My personal favorite stroke is Na. It is a lovely extended downstroke. However, I find its mirrored brother Pie the most challenging one because it is a downstroke towards left in a reversed writing direction for a right-hander like me. The short strokes, Dian, come in various shapes. I find them amusing to write, but challenging to master. By looking at my practice outcome, I realized that filling up within the text outline already yields a presentable piece to me. The texture of human touch is there, and it's easy to fill up any voids if your initial stroke is too thin. Of course, practice makes perfect. In case you worry the printed ink will smudge, some people lie a piece of tracing paper on their practice sheets. In that way, they can also reuse their practice sheets multiple times. After the series of tests, how would you rate my performance as someone new to brush pens? Do you think this brush pen is good for English brush lettering? Is it a good alternative to traditional writing instrument of Chinese calligraphy? In conclusion, I am happy with my purchase and I really had fun practicing. If you wish to buy the same brush pen that I used in the video, for your reference, I spent only $2.90 to get this from Muji, Singapore. In case you need to search online, it is called Soft Pen on Muji Singapore official website. Welcome to share your experience with other viewers if you have also used this or any other comparable products. I hope to see you again in my next video. Goodbye!